Today I'm watching Angel Season 3 Episode 5. In the previous episode we saw Angel had this body switch with Marcus, who was living at this retirement home and just wanted to be young again, didn't want to deal with everything that involves, you know, being old and aging, and luckily Angel was able to get out of it. But it was very interesting to see Angel process things that happen when you age, like he had glasses and this heart attack and all of these things that Angel as a vampire obviously doesn't age. So it was very interesting episode, and we saw Angel and Lila make out on Wesley's desk. So I'm very curious to see how the next interaction between Lila and Angel will be, what that will look like. And poor Fred walked in and saw that happen, and then Angel sat down and told Fred, hey, you know, like, I don't think of you that way. And then we also saw Angel found out Willow had called and said that Buffy is in fact alive. So I don't know if this episode will be a reunion between Angel and Buffy. We know in the Buffy episode she just comes back saying that she went to meet with Angel. We don't get to see anything, you know, on screen, so I don't really know what to guess for this episode. If Angel will be gone for the whole episode, if he'll just walk in like we saw in Buffy saying like, oh, I just saw her, or what that's going to look like. But he was obviously very curious and excited to find out that Buffy was back, and I'm sure had a lot of questions. So I'm very curious to see if this episode will be him processing that or what that's going to look like. I'm really enjoying the series so far, and the season has been so well done. It's just constantly getting better and better. So I'm very curious to see where this is going to go. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
The more you're aware of time, the more slowly it moves, which could make light speed travel possible, but only if you were to concentrate. He'll be back when he's back.
Yeah, obviously Angel went to go meet Buffy.
Handsome, and he really listens when you talk. I mean, if you go for that sort of thing, why wouldn't it work?
Nice cover, Fred. Nice cover. Yeah.
Know that I am a slayer and you're a vampire, and it would be impossible for us to be together.
Acting at his finest, Cordelia is putting on this one-man show. I love it. Oh, Wesley's stepping in. Here we go. Okay, reenactment.
My gypsy curse. Seeing the truth. Oh, Buffy.
Yes, Angel?
I love you so much I almost forgot to brood.
And just... does it mean that we can't just be friends?
Or possibly more.
Gasp! No!
He says gasp out loud.
Kiss me.
Bite me.
Oh my. Oh my. And the Oscar goes too. Oh, and then he walks in, of course.
Those feelings of grief and longing, or the curiosity's gonna kill me.
Oh no, wouldn't want that.
She just wants to know the gossip. Yeah.
Cream? Now we'll never ever know.
I was hoping we would get to see it, but I'm not surprised we didn't. I don't even know how that conversation would go.
You need ice cream. Then there's the ice cream. Then that monster jumps out of the freezer and you're all brave and fresh.
Oh, Fred. Aww.
The sewers, which are just so bleak and oppressive and homey. I could build a condo down here.
Please don't. Please don't. That's weird.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
Okay. Bye then.
Poor Fred. She just wants to help. Oh, cute giant demon. Yep, here we go. Oh my goodness.
Very spare to pin down what I thought was a small rodentious demon. Of course, the poodle's owners weren't very happy.
Wesley, that's horrible.
To endure another soul-splittingly agonizing psychic invasion for your benefit. Ow! Ow!
Oh no, Vision. Oh no, 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 no.
Say, it almost looks like a spring-loaded decapitation device.
Or it makes toast with her.
Could go either way.
I'm Roger. This is my wife, Trish. We're sorry to barge in on your arsenal here, but...
Just these weapons everywhere.
We're not sure.
I see. Was your daughter involved in any sort of demon worship?
Of course not.
Just standard questions that they seem to be asking.
And you couldn't locate her?
He said she was staying here, in your hotel.
Her name is Winifred Burkle.
Fred. Oh, Fred. These are Fred's parents? Oh. Oh, gosh. They've been looking for her this whole time, and she's eating ice cream. Oh, Fred. But obviously is not excited to see them and isn't going for a welcome reunion.
Gumshoe Detective Slang.
But what happened to her? It's been 5 years. Has she been here with y'all this whole time?
Oh no, that's a much longer story.
She had recently relocated and was having trouble adjusting. So,
How are they going to explain that she was in another dimension?
Down through an unaddressed envelope? We could do that.
Wait till you guys hear what happened at Haagen-Dazs. I mean, ordinarily, these things don't put up much of a fight.
Oh, and he's going to walk in with a demon head. It looks so cool, though. Terrifying, but obviously the green goo.
Hello.
Is that the decapitation machine Fred made?
Angel, you're
Oh my god.
alone, and you brought a prop.
There we go. Nice save.
Extra movies. Angel, these are Fred's very normal parents.
I love that they're calling the prop, the literal prop on camera. That's so great.
Nice to meet you both.
Sonia, your prop is dripping.
He's like very realistic these days. No detail left undone.
Yeah, this. Fake. Yeah, a little glue, paper mache, you know.
Good save, good save.
Here right before I picked up that prop, so I'm sure she's up in her room.
He's so awkward. It's so funny. He just doesn't know what to say or do. Yeah.
This, it's her writing, but what does this mean? It's just crazy.
Yeah, how's she gonna explain this to her parents? That's why she left. Yeah.
Fred never left the hotel by herself.
A couple weeks after never.
We want our daughter.
I don't think she wants to go back with you from the sounds of it. Either she's terrified of them, or she's terrified of explaining to them everything that happened in Pylea, or both.
I can barely tie her shoes without Mr. Oh, you're my big fat hero around.
You think I'm fat?
Angel.
Fred never talks about her family.
So where do we start? Where would Fred go?
Yeah, we don't know much of...
Taco stands.
We don't know much about Fred's backstory, other than, you know, she was in Pylea, but that's it.
Fred's not making movies, is she?
Movies? Oh, you mean no, of course.
Oh, figures. Right when Judge Judy's about to lay the smack down.
I love Judge Judy. Such a weird but interesting show. Oh yeah, the karaoke bar is still destroyed.
Oh, Fred, it's you. The bar's closed. Good seeing you. It's been fun. Bye-bye.
Lorne in his robe.
Wonder what that's like.
Oh no. Is there another massacre?
Oh, no, just the one.
Oh.
Sitting through Godfather 3. Once is enough.
I'm not.
I've never seen any of the Godfather movies.
And maybe you were free. But those old monsters hunted you down.
We go for metaphorical or real monsters?
I'm not strong enough to stay and face my fear.
No. You haven't run far enough.
He's encouraging her. He's like, get whatever it is obviously bad enough that Lorne's like, you need to keep running, and I'm terrified.
Fred?
Oh yeah, was that those crystals she saw again that they're like glowing? Okay, from the sewer.
What exactly does Fred do for you people? It strikes me a little odd. A physicist working for a detective agency.
She's grossly overqualified, but also Pylea trauma.
Whose fault is that?
Oh my, this guy's not nice.
I could have told you she wasn't gonna be at the library.
then if you know so much about her, Gunn, why not just tell us where she is?
But that taco stand's not looking so bad now, is it?
For guidance.
Fred?
Why are they always in the sewers? Even in Buffy, we had so many scenes in the sewers. Oh man. Oh god, his cell phone. Cheese and rice.
Oh, you mean the place where she'd go for help and guidance when we call ourselves detectives?
Yeah. Oh my god. This thing with his glowing eyes looks like a giant fly. Ugh.
Terry cloth.
Such a small entourage tonight. Hey, Gunn, why didn't you bring your other friends? Because they make a party.
Yeah, too soon. Too soon. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
What kind of a place is this?
Oh, do you like it? I was kind of going for a Dresden after the bombing sort of feel.
That is a dark reference. Oh my gosh.
Some guy in a bathrobe wearing makeup and fake horns?
They're not fake.
He and Angel do monster movies together. Right, Lauren?
No.
She's like, I'm not buying this cover. I'm not signing up for this. He's like, I've been through enough, man.
I'm here to spit out answers every time you waltz in with a problem. I have a heart. Granted, it's located in my left butt cheek, but why force a showdown when you don't have to?
Because it won't be over. They found her once, they'll do it again. At least this time we can be there to protect her.
I'm very curious as to why she's hiding from her parents.
'Cause it's gonna get messy.
I can do this. Sure I can.
I'm glad we're slowly learning more about Fred because, yeah, we obviously just met her in Pylea and, you know, it's just been day to day.
Jack, memorize 452 consecutive digits of pi, a few hundred.
Hey, if anybody can do it, she could do it.
5 years and so lost, and at night I was all by myself and you weren't there.
Oh, poor Fred. Oh.
I got lost and they did terrible things to me, but
oh no, poor Fred.
But if you're here and you see me, then it's real.
Oh, my heart.
If you see what they made of me, I didn't mean to get so lost.
Oh, Fred. Oh.
I didn't mean to.
Everything's okay now. You'll see. You're safe now.
Oh my god! Except for Q, the giant demon, that thing is following them around. Nope, nope. Yep. Oh my god! What is that giant reptile creature? No, thank you. Oh my god, so well done, but terrifying.
Maybe there's something in the trunk.
What happened to his face? Angel's a vampire. He has a soul, but it's a long story. I'll tell you about it if we don't.
He's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm really busy doing something right now. I can't really talk about it. Oh my god, with his wings. Oh my god. Ooh, good shotgun. With a golf club. Oh, oh, so many bonks. Come on, Fred. Ooh. Yeah, why is this thing chasing them? Ew. Oh no. Oh. I don't like bugs. I don't like giant bugs, especially. Oh, into the bus. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Good timing. With this purple goo everywhere. Oh my gosh, I hope it's Cordelia driving the bus. Oh, no. Mom's a bus driver. Oh, good job, Mom.
It's the willies. Women.
Oh, Gunn, you do know it's not paper mache. I gotta say, this is not how I pictured this turning out.
It is nice to see her happy with her family, and yeah, I think she's been a little lost. Aw.
We stopped the bleeding. Thanks, Cordelia. Next up, multiple stab wounds. Angel!
Oh, that's my turn.
I was way too excited about this. Yeah, that thing like impaled him on the bus with the shoulder blades. Oh my god.
Wesley's the brains of the operation, and Gunn's the muscle, and Cordy's the heart.
Aww. She's like characterizing them all very accurately. Yeah, I like Fred's character, but I don't know where they're gonna go with her. Like, they're not really including her in anything, and obviously she's trying, but she's still processing everything.
Unless, of course, you come to Texas.
Or if you build that condo in the sewer.
She's like, I forgot about that.
Didn't want to. High up in that castle, the girl just built herself another cave.
Yeah, she's got a lot to process and using these stories to like hide things.
Possibly influenced by the medieval catapult, designed for serious to fatal wounding, if not outright decapitation.
Or it makes toast.
Ha ha ha! Cordelia's joke.
I was gonna be all fancy and... Oh, hell. I mean, heck.
She still doesn't want to swear in front of her parents. Oh, I hate to see Fred say goodbye. It's gonna be bittersweet for sure. Oh. I'm glad there wasn't some like horrible backstory with her parents or something. Oh. Bye, Fred. I hope she comes back, you know, for a guest appearance in a few episodes, but who knows. Why did you take that?
Gonna miss him.
Oh no, the crystals.
Nice. They weren't just nice, Angel. They were...
Parents.
Yeah, they were genuinely concerned about their kid. Yeah.
Self-conscious nub with their constant berating. Their never-ending tirade of debasement and scorn and...
Wesley's like, did I get too real for a moment? And Wesley, we know his parents, his dad at least, is not exactly supportive of him.
LA and my work, but things are just never normal around here, you know?
Oh god, it's awake! Oh my god, its eyes are moving, it's coming back to life! Oh my god.
I'm not soothing? I can be soothing. I could soothe your ass off, pal.
Oh my, let's not go there. What does that mean? She says it's a threat.
Glad she's gone. It's gonna be a load off not having to worry about crazy taco lady anymore.
Cordelia doesn't mean that at all.
Do you really think she'll come back and visit?
This thing is so cool. I always say the props. Oh my god, it's controlling it. What is this thing?
Comfort food. Have a good cry. Crawl under my big, fluffy...
Oh my god, it's back! It's back! It's back! Oh my god, terrifying!
We hit that thing with a bus.
Yes!
A bus won't kill it?
I don't think it's the same one.
There's more of them. Oh my god, so much more of them. Cheese and rice. Why are they multiplying like that? Oh my god.
I'm here!
Fred?
Oh, I'm late.
Oh! Use the decapitation machine! Yeah! Yeah, Fred! To the rescue! Ooh! I'm gonna throw up in my mouth a little bit. Those look like real. Those look like real cockroaches. Oh my god, they were inside his head! Good shot, Fred. He's like, well, excuse me, that's my cue to leave. I'm just gonna head out here, just make my way. No need to, Oh my god, I hate bugs. I hate bugs. Ugh.
First I thought they came from the Dursler, but then I saw this. Daddy, those crystals are just dried up bug goop.
Ew! Of course they couldn't just be beautiful crystals.
Species, gender neutral, but I'd have to do some research to back that up.
The whole hive showed up in order to reclaim its offspring.
Terrifying. Terrifying, terrifying, terrifying. Do not watch this episode if you don't like bugs. Ugh.
What if you had to do battle with your arms cut off? Well, sure, you'd hemorrhage to death pretty quick, but at least you could take your enemy with you.
Very dark, but came in handy, obviously.
But the truth of it is, well, I'm not normal anymore.
She solved the case, yeah, and she's like weirdly become invested in this now.
If y'all don't want to put up with me, I completely understand.
Let's put it to a vote, shall we? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passed. Good. You're staying.
I think she proved herself to everybody in that moment, you know, obviously figured out the case and saved them from the giant bug thing, so they're like, okay, actually, you could be useful, so we'll find a place for you.
This is my life now.
We were kind of hoping you wouldn't figure that out.
That you are positive about your decision.
I think I know where I'll end up.
And I think she had to find this out for herself. Like, she wasn't sure where she would fit in and was obviously processing a lot. Painting over her writings. Aww.
The only one who knew that.
What else would he be but a demon?
And of course her parents fit right in with everybody and
Otherwise you won't...
Look, I'm telling you, if you do it vertically, you're gonna get those ugly drops
Now,
on you.
boys, I don't want to hear any fighting over there.
Did somebody order pizza? Hey, Fred, pizza? Oh, in a minute. I just want to finish this section.
yeah, it's a new start for Fred and she's finally, riding off onto the horse with Angel. Aw. So that was my first time watching Angel, season 3, episode 5. It was a great episode. We got to learn more about Fred's backstory. I wasn't sure where her character was going to go because obviously she was, just adjusting to life in LA and not being in Pilea anymore. So I'm glad they finally made her choose basically with the arrival of her parents, because she obviously had the choice to go back home and, like she says, ignore everything that happened and try and start a new life over, in Texas with her parents. But everybody that she's with in LA knows what happened to her. At least Wesley and Gunn and Cordelia and Angel know a little bit about what happened to her in Pilea. She doesn't have to hide that from them. She doesn't have to explain it to anybody. If she goes back to Texas and meets somebody, she's going to have to explain this whole situation to them. And they know already. They were there, they saw her, they found her there, and they rescued her and brought her back. And even in this episode, she talked about Pilea a little bit and like some of the things she had to deal with and some of the things that happened to her. And she doesn't go into a lot of detail, but it doesn't sound like it was good. Obviously, it sounds like some very, very horrible things happened to her, and the fact that she's decided to stay and try and make a life for herself in LA, I think is great. The only thing that kind of gave it away that she wouldn't really leave is that she's in the main credits. I mean, they could have definitely cut her out for the next episode. Who knows? That's not, an impossibility. But I was like, okay, I don't know where this leaving is going to go, especially since they made it seem like a bigger part of the episode. Like the last 15 minutes of the episode is her leaving and getting to say goodbye, and normally if a character leaves it's sudden or we don't really get a chance to explore that. So it definitely felt like a little bit of a setup, but yeah, it was impossible to know where it was going to go, obviously. But I think the credits was kind of a bit of a giveaway. Sometimes I wish the credits would be at the end, especially when they have guest stars. If Darla's in an episode, that kind of gives it away when you see her name on screen, the actress's name on screen, at the start of the episode. But the fact that Fred was able to solve this mystery, she's the one that solves the case in the end. Is she, in a kind of creepy way, steals Angel's shirt and realizes that these crystals are like bug goo, and she realizes what's happening back, at the hotel, and goes back and saves everybody with this decapitation machine. And I think she's starting to realize that this is where she wants to be and this is where she can be helpful, and is getting some of that confidence of saying like, okay, like the group might not know where she's gonna fit in exactly just yet, because she's like, okay, Angel is this and Wesley is this, and she kind of assigns these roles to everybody but doesn't assign one to herself, which I think is very sad. And when she realizes that she can use her scientific mind to create weapons, that okay, if you don't have arms you can still use this weapon, which is a very dark premise to think of, but the fact that she's tapping into this and is realizing more and more about their world and how she can help them conquer these demons and how she can be useful, I think is going to be, she's going to be their secret weapon. She's going to be something that, demons don't have a chance against, because she has that knowledge. And yes, Wesley is also very book smart, but she's got that science background. She's got the knowledge of being a physicist. And although she might be terrified of demons still and not the best with like hand-to-hand combat, she can use her brains to help the team and to help, Wesley and Cordelia and everybody conquer what's out there. And it was definitely a great moment to see her walk through the door with this big grin on her face, basically be like, I know exactly what's happening and I know how to fix it. And she does just that, because it looked like a pretty dire situation for the rest of the team, as there's, an entire swarm of bugs out there that are about to attack them, and they don't know what's going on. They think they've taken out the demon. They're, relaxing and kind of talking about Fred, and the next thing you know, it's back to chaos. I was worried that Fred's parents were going to get killed off and that it was going to kind of decide for her that she would have to stay, because now she doesn't have something to go back to. Which I know is very bleak, but the show sometimes goes that route. And I was also worried that her parents were going to have this incredibly dark, backstory when she was running away from them. I was like, okay, did they do something to her? Why is she so scared to be with them, especially since she obviously hasn't seen them in a long time? But we find out in that heartbreaking scene, I was definitely getting teary-eyed, watching it, because she's just breaks down completely to her parents. And in her head she's kind of got it tucked away that everything in Pilea was a story. Even at the end, we have her explaining it's a story and this fairy tale, and that's kind of the coping mechanism she was using to process everything. And if her parents are here, then that's real life. And if it's real life, then that means everything else that happened was real, which I think just kind of hit her all at once. And as, you know, conflicted as she was to see her parents, because she knew that that meant that this was real and she didn't want any of that to be real. And then she finally, you know, is accepted and comforts them, and they comfort her back, and trying to have this reunion of missing their daughter and, you know, daughter missing her parents. And it was just such a tough scene. And yeah, it's hard to hold back the tears watching that. A big moment for Fred's confidence in this episode, and even, you know, at the end, everybody's gathered in Fred's room. Her parents are there. They're like getting along with everybody, you know, like they're one of the group now. And I think everybody in that group misses having parents, you know, in general, because they're loving and supportive, and they're not, you know, as Wesley relates his own experiences, making him feel very small and insignificant. And they just genuinely want to be around their daughter, and they don't really care that Angel's a vampire. They got past that real fast. And, you know, Cordelia's bringing in pizza, and to see Fred paint over that drawing of what I'm assuming was her and Angel, you know, riding off on this horse, this, you know, savior coming to rescue her from Pylea. And she was still kind of waiting for that moment, that one day Angel would rescue her out of the hotel. Who knows where they would go, but I think in her mind that's kind of what she was hoping for. And for her to kind of come back to reality and paint over that and accept that, okay, this is how things are, but it's going to be okay. And I think that was her big moment of maybe not processing everything that happened, because I'm sure there's a lot, but just coming to a place where she can be okay and try and move forward as best she can, and not look at these scribblings on the wall, and not just be constantly reminded of all the horrible things that had happened to her. And like she said, you know, these fairy tales aren't real, and now she's coming back to the real world. We didn't have the reunion between Angel and Buffy. I wasn't terribly surprised at that, because that's what happened in Buffy. We just have Angel, you know, walk through the door, and it's implied that he just saw Buffy, basically. And Fred's like, I don't want to hear any of the details, but it was so funny to see that scene with Wesley and Cordelia, you know, reenacting how Buffy and Angel would have talked and what that interaction would have been like. And obviously Cordelia, you know, wanted to explore acting in LA, and to see her tap into that. We also haven't seen her have a vision in a while, which I think is probably for the best. They were starting to take a significant toll on her mentally and physically. And when she walks into Fred's decapitation machine, I was worried that that was happening again. The special effects, props, everything like that, so well done. That head on the counter, you know, moving with these, what we found out, bugs that were inside, which was so gross, but so well done, so creepy. And this like green goo that's constantly, you know, dripping out of it. And even the giant bug creatures, let me know in the comments how they did those. It looked terrifying. And one of them, you know, cuts Fred, and to see Fred's mom hit one with a bus, and this purple goo, usually it's green, this time one got purple, you know, flying everywhere, was just so gross. These like praying mantis insect things. I don't like bugs, so they were super gross. And when Fred, you know, shoots that arrow into the head and all of these cockroaches come out, they definitely looked real. I'm gonna assume that those were real cockroaches, and that's just so gross, and I don't like bugs, so any bug related episode just creeps me out. But it was so cool to see at the same time, and so well done. And those like purple glowing eyes, we, you know, in the sewer, and the purple crystals, and as we saw Fred put together, those were like the leftover bug goo. I'm like, why can't it just be a pretty crystal? Why does it always got to be something gross? We find out Lorne has closed the karaoke bar, obviously everything that happened with him and Gunn, and he doesn't even want to look at Gunn. He kicks Gunn out of the bar and is like, you know what, I'm actually still very upset, so you need to go. And he's like in his house coat, when he's usually like dressed to the nines and is so put together, and he was not doing well, and he's not even cleaning up the place, he's just hiding. And I don't know what that means for his character, but yeah, it wasn't great, and not usually how we see him. And to see Fred go to him for help, and him basically say to Angel, like, yeah, she's got to work through some things and you need to give her some time. I also loved how they used this monster movie cover to explain why Angel, you know, was walking in with this basically decapitated head, and he's got this big grin on his face. And anytime they reference movies and movies or TV shows, I love it. And the fact they call it a prop when that's exactly what it would be called in the show. So just all those little hidden pieces for the audience, and them kind of, you know, making fun of themselves, but also being like, oh yeah, Angel works in monster movies. And Lorne just flat out being like, nope, these horns are real. Like, this isn't makeup, you know, this is how I look, basically. And the fact, I think it speaks a lot to Fred's parents, who are just kind of like, we don't care who you are or what you do, we just are concerned about our daughter. So there's vampires, there's all these creatures around, and even when they see that giant bug thing, you know, Fred's mom is excited that she killed it. She's not freaking out, you know, she's like, oh, I did it, guys. Overall, I thought it was a great episode. I'm very glad we got to learn a little bit more about Fred's backstory, and it seems like she's here to stay for good, and or at least this season. Who knows where it's gonna go, but she's officially, I think, become like solidified as part of one of the group. And to hear Cordelia say like, okay, well, I'm glad she's gone, what a relief, and then be very excited when Angel says, do you think she'll visit? And I think Cordelia likes having a friend and, you know, someone to talk to. Even though Fred is still very, you know, shy and quiet, and I don't know how much she has in common with Cordelia, but I think she's just nice to have someone else around to talk to. And I'm glad Fred is feeling a little bit more confident and sees how she can fit in and, you know, solves the case and saves the day and has, you know, her big win for everybody. And, you know, her parents still sound like they're going to be very supportive and that they're going to, you know, catch up for a little bit, have a little visit, and they don't have to worry about her. I mean, they'll probably worry more now, but at least they know where she is and can visit her if they need to. And she wrote them a letter as well, so they'll still be in her life. But I'm glad she's not, you know, going home to just kind of pretend nothing happened. And I think she's going to be a huge asset for the team, so I'm very excited to see where that's going to go. But thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And check back often for more awesome content. He says gasp out loud. They've been looking for her this whole time and she's eating ice cream. How are they going to explain that she was in another dimension? Oh, and he's going to walk in with a demon head. It looks so cool though. We go for metaphorical or real monsters? This thing with his glowing eyes looks like a giant fly. Oh, he's painting over her writings.